There's a saying that goes, "레신셋," and it basically means that if Leo starts grabbing your attention, it's game over and you've become a fan of VIXX. So, get ready to fall in love with Leo and keep watching today's Ask Pops. Leo is a talented guy, but there's something he wouldn't be able to do to save his life.
Right, and it's drawing. That's why he's nicknamed Drawing Hell. Let's take a look at his drawings, shall we?
But I'm amazed how his bandmates know exactly what he intended to draw.
That's because they're truly a great team, but I can't believe he claims to be a great artist even when he draws like that.
That's why people call him Painter Jung.
I think they are just being sarcastic. Anyway, there's something Leo lacks in addition to drawing skills.
Right, he lacks words. He's so reserved and quiet that he rarely ever stands out. That's why people say when you start noticing Leo, you're ready to become a fan of VIXX.
Because he's a quiet guy, it appears as though he's not fully participating in interviews. So whenever he speaks, his bandmates and fans overreact.
Yes, he's an enigma because he's so quiet. I'm sure his fans are curious about what he likes.
True.
So, what else does he like aside from soccer?
Surprisingly, he's addicted to coffee. He drinks at least 10 cups of coffee a day. His favorite coffee drink is latte.
Right. On his birthday in 2012, he rented out a cafe to serve coffee to his fans as a special event. Isn't that sweet? He gave his favorite people his favorite type of drink.
That's why he said that the places that suit him best are coffee shops and performance stages. He explained he's happiest when he's at a coffee shop and he lives to be on stage.
Right. Leo is quiet, reserved, and shy, and he doesn't smile very often because he finds it embarrassing. When he smiles or laughs, he lowers his head so that people around him can see how awkward his lips look. So, his fans call him the crown of the head fairy because they always get to see the top of his head.
It's so hard to see him acting cute. Videos of him acting cute are rare treasures for his fans.
Yeah! 좋습니다. Hope you like that, Anna.
Leo's best friend is Seungyu of Infinite. They have completely different personalities, so everyone wonders how they were able to become friends.
They actually became close friends after meeting at a pub. Whenever he talks to Seungyu on the phone, the only thing he says, "Where are you? I'll be right there."
I guess they found a sense of connection even without having to speak.
There are certain situations that make this shy guy smile and laugh without exception, and it's when he sees small animals and babies.
Yes, Leo laughed out loud while watching a child. That caught Ann and Ken by surprise, and they said that they never heard him laugh so brightly before.
I think this is what makes Leo especially charming. When a person normally seems very silent and tears, but they act friendly just once, you think, what? I never knew they were like this, and you find them more attractive.
And that's how you fall in love.
I can see why people say 레신셋.
That brings us to the end of today's Ask Pops, where we focused on Leo of VIXX.
Already time flies. I'll make sure to come back with a lot more fun info to share about our next idol star on Ask Pops.
I'll be waiting right here with our Pops family. Dear Pops and Seoul viewers, if there's a K-pop star you'd like to zoom in on, then let us know on our homepage, Facebook, or Twitter. Thank you for joining us again, Monica, and I'll see you next week.
Me too. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.